As you've seen, the exterior of this car presents really well, and the Hello and welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name is Mark Hoffman and today I'm going to be taking around our 2011 MY12 Pajero Exceed. You might notice we do have it on because it's quite a warm day here in sunny Berwick, but you've inquired on this car so you know the kilometres on it, 199,000 kilometres on this vehicle, so this video is really going to cover off condition. We'll start at the front. First thing to note, iconic Pajero style. We do have in the Exceed, you get the HID headlights, which makes driving at night an absolute pleasure. You do have the chrome surrounded fog lights at the bottom there as well. On the front bar, we've got a few minor nicks that have been touched up and a couple of little ones that haven't. I'm being really picky on this car as well. Just there on the bumper bar and a couple of tiny little ones on the bonnet. When you get here and see it, you'll see how picky I'm being. They are quite minor marks, but I do want to point them out. Coming around to the front passenger wheel, front driver's wheel I should say, on this car, you'll notice we have put new tyres on the front of this vehicle. We've got road tyres on the front, unmarked alloy wheel, a minor little nick just here and here on the little plastic protection plate there. You will note this car does have the world's smallest mud flaps as well. Little mud flap there. I've never seen that before. I like that. Coming up on the Exceed, you do get a lot of chrome, just to let everyone know you got the good one. We've got chrome mirrors with indicators in it, chrome strip down the door, chrome door handles. You do have the silver side step there as well, making getting in and out a little bit easier. We do have the roof rails on top of this vehicle as well, so if you wanted to add roof racks, you can. This car is fitted with privacy glass at the back. You will notice the rear glass is black and the front isn't. You can talk to Jessie, our aftermarket specialist, and she can get the front ones to match the back ones for you. Coming around to the back of this car, we have the Dunlop AT20 tyre on it, a road tyre. Really good tread there as well. No signs of any marks on the rear wheel or rear guard on this car. Yet again, rear mud flaps as well. Coming around to the back of the Pajero Exceed, this is where it lets you know you've got the good one, simply by a small little badge saying Exceed. At the back, yet again, we've got the Dunlop AT20 tyre. Good condition road tyre at the back. We do have 3-ton tow rated on the back of this car as well. Has the tow kit fitted with both the round and the flat plug down there as well. So it's a master of many trades there. Coming around the back, we will notice, actually I've forgotten something. My cameraman always tells me I forget these things. We've got a reversing camera, nice and centrally placed here. Good viewing angle on it as well as reverse sensors, 2 on the bar and 2 on the little tyre cover here as well. Coming down the passenger side of the vehicle, this is commonly where we see any damage if there was to be any on the car, and really struggling to find any actually, not even a nick or a scratch. Rear wheel, yet again a great AT20 Grand Trek tyre, road tyre on the back, unmarked alloy wheel. No signs of nicks or scratches on the rear door or rear guard, and I'm being quite picky here. I can't even find scratches in the little door cups. It is presenting brilliantly. You would not know this car has the kilometres on it by looking at it. Presents really well. Coming up to the last wheel on the car, unmarked wheel on the front. As we mentioned before, brand new front tyres on this car as well. So as we come around to the last corner of the car, apart from a couple of very minor stone chips on the bonnet and front bar, which from where I'm standing you can't even see, this car presents brilliantly. Alright, around to the front of the Pajero now. As you've seen, the exterior of this car presents really well, and the same can be said for the engine bay as well. What you're looking at now, my cameraman usually would follow me at this point, come on Lynn, is a 3.2 litre common rail direct inject turbo diesel engine. You're going to get 147 kilowatts of power, 441 newton meters of torque, combined through a 5-speed automatic transmission, 4x4 capable. You're going to get 9 litres to the 100 on the average cycle. Out of an 88 litre tank, you're going to get in excess of 970 kilometres of average driving range. One thing to note while we're in the engine bay of this car, going to get my cameraman to look down here. We do have the red arc controller, obviously to charge a caravan if you want to at the back, or you can put in a second battery here and wire it into that battery as well. So the options are limitless with this car. Alright, due to the magic of video editing, we're now at the back of the Pajero Exceed. As I mentioned before, 3-ton towing. We do have the reverse sensors as well as reverse camera as well. What I'll do now is open the tailgate. Unlike my Toyota, opens the normal way so you can get to it from the curb. Really well designed there, Mitsubishi. What we're looking at in the back, we'll actually start with the door. It is missing the 2 little plastic covers here. Now they are to access, if you undo these 2 bolts, it obviously swings a little cover for the tyre, allowing you to get to the tyre. Behind here, 2 little shelves. Actually, why talk, why not do it? 2 little shelves, can hide things in there as well. Maybe a fire extinguisher and a med kit or something like that if you're wanting to help people on the side of the road. 2 rear speakers on this car, minor little mark there on the plastic trim. Coming inside the car now, as you can see, we do have the 3rd row seat currently folded up. A little bit of marking and scratching at the back of the car. What I'll do is I'll just fold that down a little bit, click that forward, drops that down. 12-volt socket here, Rockford Fosgate subwoofer there. It even still has the pre-delivery sticker. Take that blue sticker off, you'll see it actually has a chrome behind that. We do have the ability to fold that seat in there, as well as what looks like the original headrest there, still wrapped up in the original little thing there, and the handle for the wheel nuts popped off. That'd probably make a hell of a noise when you drive along, so I'll just put that back where it should be. Now, seeing as we've got it open, if I just grab this little latch here, hang on, what am I doing, Mark? That latch there, haha, I'm onto it. Fold that down there, pop this back over. Cargo space. Reveals a lot better what we need to see. 3 child seat anchor points across the back. We do have the center one bolted in currently. We've got cargo tie downs everywhere you need to find them as well. And one thing I will note, being the Exceed, does have the roof mounted air conditioning for the 3rd row seats and the 2nd row seats. Was an option on these cars. We'll note that that little air conditioning vent there has suffered a little bit of damage on the left side there as well, but do function really, really well. And we're getting a little sneak peek of the DVD unit we'll talk about in a minute. Alright, we're inside of the Pajero Exceed now, and really, really comfortable place to be. You see these on the cover of so many caravanning and touring magazines because they're just so good at touring. Really, really comfortable. Leather seats, obviously the driver's seat has a little bit of wear, not much, but a little bit of wear on it. Steering wheel has a little bit of wear as well, just on the leather bits. Wood grain as well, nice feature actually. On the steering wheel you have cruise control settings, your Bluetooth phone, as well as your media controls. Starting over on the right hand side, we have our power windows, chrome door pulls. We have a little button here. If you're driving through a bad neighbourhood, you can lock the doors, or if you don't want my cameraman to play with the windows, you can lock them too, because he has a habit of playing with them. We've got front and rear fog light. If you're driving through the snow, that's helpful. We've got a little button here to fold the mirrors in. Little trick with the Pajero, if you click the remote lock button 3 times, it will do that for you in a car park, as well as unlock 3 times or fold them back out. Mirror controls there as well to set yourself up. Nice big mirrors in Pajero, nice and easy to drive. As I mentioned before, have HID low beams in this car as well. Set the lights to automatic and don't worry about them. Little button there just washes, puts a little washer jet similar to the windscreen on the headlights. Being HID, you want to keep them clean so you don't blind people. Straighten the steering wheel up here. Nice, simple to read speedo and tachometer there. 110, dead up and straight in the middle there. Car showing 199,849 kilometers at the moment, and you wouldn't guess by looking at it. It is that good. Also shows you 4-wheel drive mode in the middle, currently set in 4 high, but if you changed it through the different modes I'll talk about in a moment, it does change the little dial there to reflect what the car is actually doing. We'll go across this way and up a little bit. Camera's probably struggling with the brightness a bit there. Electrochromatic mirror, hello. What that does, gone are the days of flipping the little switch. Someone with bright headlights is behind you, dims down automatically, they go away, brightens back up again. Really nice feature. Little lights here, little button to push them on, as well as you can set if they come on or not when you open the door. Now, I used to drive up and down the Hume a lot. Now this feature is brilliant. You've got the mirror, everyone thinks it goes behind there. It doesn't. What you do is you pop it over here, and if I get out of the way, you can actually fold that back there so you don't actually get blinded through the little corner bit there. A great feature, as I mentioned, purely made for touring these cars. Coming back down and resuming the normal tour of things, we've got our little fuel economy gauge there. Was reset recently, so 99.99 is not what you're probably going to get. As you can see, it hasn't done anything. If you scroll through, you can see what sort of range to expect. Average speed, 0, because we haven't moved. And then outside temperature, currently fluctuating around, says it's 28, which is odd because the last car I was in said 35. Elevation, It's great if you go over the ranges or you go touring, you can actually see where you've climbed. Quite an interesting little gauge. Barometer as well, if you like to know if it's going to rain or not. Date, as well as going through, you can turn it off as well for stealth mode at night. Coming back down again, you notice we've got the Mitsubishi's MMCS communication system here. Really, really good, easy to use maps. Currently showing our secret location at 20-32 Kangan Drive. Don't tell anyone I told you the secret location. We have audio button here. If you click that, you can see we've got a CD in there currently playing. There you go, a free CD, I like that. As well as you can click mode. No, I don't want that, I want mode. Mode, AM, CD, rear display. There you go, you can go through all of that. That's the button I wanted. You've got the different buttons here, as well as a little iPod button in there as well. There's a cable for that in the glove box. I got there eventually. Back to map if you want. You can set your map and destination, zoom in and out, fully featured system there. Rockford Fosgate, as I mentioned when I was at the back, do have subwoofer audio in this car, making it quite a nice place to be if you do like your music like myself. Really good air conditioning. As I mentioned at the back, we do have the rear, which is currently on. You've got a little button there. If you want to torture people in the back, you can turn it off and bake them, but I'd probably, if you like them, turn it back on. Set it to auto, how much fan you want, really simple to use system. Now usually I go down, but I'm going to go over here because I forgot a bit. In this car we do have, gone are the days we have the big old trailer brake here, you bash your knee on. I hated those things. The red arc system, so simple, just set where you want it, and obviously it tells you if you got your trailer connected and everything like that. Hopefully you'd know if it was connected, but really simple to use and a lot more unobtrusive than the old system. Coming back across and over here, I'll move the shifter out of the way. We've got a little nook here to fit, well, business cards and, well, other things. So you can tell me what you're going to put in there because I'd like to know. Pop that closed again. We've got heated front seats, and my favourite button when you're off-roading, a rear diff lock. If you engage that when you're in mud or you've picked up a rear wheel, the car will just keep going. Combined with the rear diff lock, we've got our automatic here, D for drive, but if you're off-road again, you can put it into manual mode and select which gear you want. Great to select first for 4-low driving, or if you're in sand and you're in 4-low, you can select third or fourth and get some power through sand there as well. Pop that back into park. Oh, I forgot something. My cameraman always mentions that I forget. Reversing camera. Nice and simple to use, shows everything, big wide angle, so if you're parked on parallel parking you can see what's coming down the street as well. Pop that into park and go back down again, sorry Mr. Cameraman. We've got our 4 drive selector there. Got 2 high where you're going to leave it most of the time for fuel economy, 4 high there for obviously off-road driving, dirt road, 4 high lock sender, that you'd use if you're a little bit more off-road. Most 4-wheel drive tracks that'd be fine, and if you encounter a bit that's a bit tough, 4 low lock center. This thing combined with that and the rear diff lock, you're going to go anywhere in this car, only limited by the tyres really. You've got nice wood grain surround here. That key is actually for another car I'm doing a video of next. 2 big cup holders, a little nook there for your stuff. Got a little button here, slides that forward, giving you a nice armrest there to be relaxed with. Little button there, opens up the top cupboard. A little bit here, nice and carpeted, so your coins can live in luxury there. Pop that down, lift that open. We reveal a nice deep center console there with a 12-volt socket down the bottom as well. Going to get my cameraman to zoom around the interior a little bit now. We'll note the car is fitted with rubber floor mats both for the first and second row. Leather seats throughout, really good condition seats actually, both front and back. Driver's seat, as I said, has a little bit of wear but not much, hasn't cracked the leather or anything like that. Rear seats unmarked. Someone has really looked after this car. As you come around, rear DVD unit is down. One thing I like to note about the Pajeros, unlike a lot of cars, you can have the rear DVD down and you don't obscure your rear vision mirror as well, so the kids can enjoy while you can drive safely. It's a really good feature to have actually. Now, while you're coming back to the front, I'm going to grab out the service books. Nice leather bound Mitsubishi Motors book. That I like that. It's very rare to see that the owners kept that. All of the books, as you can see, there's a fair bit of reading to do in there. Look at that one. That looks like fun to read through. I hear the characters are a bit dull, but the plot is worth reading. Going into the service books of this car, one thing I like to see on a car is it actually did get its 1500 kilometer service. So many owners don't do it because all it is really just checking the nuts and bolts on the car to make sure everything's right. Shows a good owner that they've actually done it. Skipping ahead and through to the service part of the car, as you might have seen on our advert, service history on this car impeccable. Yet again, Mitsubishi. Mitsubishi, 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 all at the same one so far. Mitsubishi, 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 still at the same dealership. Mitsubishi, 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 done by us. All of them done in Albury, so country kilometres on the car, as well as our service here where they've done a 125-point safety check, full roadworthy check on the car as well. So this car, with these condition, these books, the story is just getting better and better. Thank you for watching this video walk around tour of our 2011 Pajero Exceed. As you've seen from the advert, a couple of kilometres on this car, but from the exterior, interior and those service books, you are going to struggle to find a better Pajero, and it's set up ready to go. You've got the trailer plugs, the tow kit at 3-ton towing rating, the Red Arc kit here, the Red Arc brake controller inside as well, all the comfort, the DVD unit for the kids. This car is set up to go touring. Do give us a call, 9907 0555, and thank you for watching.